Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by. So today I will be talking about the Aglaonema. Aglaonema. I have the Siam Red or the Red Siam Chinese Evergreen. Excuse me. This comes in different varieties, obviously, but I think I have that kind. So I've had this plant for quite some time now, and this is my only Aglaonema or Chinese evergreen plant. I have never grown a Chinese evergreen plant. I always thought the more common one, which is green and white or like a cream color in between, in the middle, I always thought they were just kind of boring to me. That's just my opinion. But when I saw this, I'm like, it's pink, it's different, it's beautiful, I love it, so I got it. Everywhere I looked, it said it was low maintenance, it was very easy, and it's hard to kill. It's just the perfect plant, essentially, for someone who's never had this plant. It was very encouraging, is what I mean. So, of course, when I brought it home, I transplanted it, and I just used regular potting mix dirt. I'm not really one of those gardeners that use specialty dirt or mix their own. I don't think I am in that kind of level of gardening level. So I just use the regular potting mix. And I transplanted it in a bigger size pot. I believe when I got this, the pot was very small. It just fit the entire plant. So I'll tell you a little bit of my journey, and so that's why I can tell you what I would suggest you do to get this plant acclimated in your home. So in my journey, I have put this plant through the ringer, not on purpose. I went through burnt leaves, I went through yellowing leaves, I went through leaves with holes, I went through leaves with looking like they have liquid pus in there, and then when I touched it, it exploded and like liquid came out. I followed the directions that you can find online, which is to water it every week, which I did, and I also put it in a bright room. I also put it next to a window. I put it a few inches away from a window. I put it a couple feet away from a window. I put it close to a floor lamp. I also put it a few feet away from a floor lamp. And now the permanent place, which is 12 feet away from a window and a floor lamp. So let's dive into that. The light requirements for this is bright light, indirect light, very far from the source. So if you have a, I would say, if you even have like a ceiling light, kind of put it far away from it. Don't put it next to it or underneath it, or don't even put it like a few feet from it. Put it kind of far from it. Don't put it next to a window. Don't put it next to even, like I said, artificial light. Don't let it get that amount of light in a long time as well. So let's just say you've kind of acclimated it like a few feet away from a window where it doesn't really get a lot of sun rays. But then you have a lamp to supplement, and it kind of gets it. It will start to crisp the leaves. It will really literally burn it within that day. It's quick. And also I would suggest, do not water it every week. Do not water it every 2 weeks. That's what I did, and that's what a big mistake that I did. I would suggest you stick your finger in it. If you have a smaller pot, I would say maybe 1 inch on the top part of your soil has to be dry. If you have a pot as big as mine, I actually wait until 2 inches down and before I water. The reason for that is I have tried what a lot of different websites have suggested, which touch the top soil if it's dry, water. And then I tried 1/2 inch. It still didn't work. My leaves are turning yellow. I did 1 inch. It didn't really, it kind of been okay, but I still had a leaf that would turn yellow. So what I have discovered is 2 inches is ideal for me. But again, like I said, try with yours. Try to see, because everybody's, environment and home are different. And it's just a slight difference. But I would really suggest you wait and make sure it is like completely dry on the top. And like, just say you decided that the perfect measuring is 1 inch or 1.5 inches. So if you do that, just make sure it's so dry that it feels like sand, and that's when you water it. I do fertilize this plant every single time I do water it. Everything that I use will be down below. So if you're curious, you're interested in what I'm doing or what I've been feeding this plant, it will be down below. I also supplement. I just discovered plant supplements, and I am totally in love. If you have any supplements you might want to share with me that you have success with, just let me know down below. And which plants, of course, that you have tried and tested it well and it thrives, let me know down below as well. After discovering the habit of this plant, now I can say it is a low maintenance plant because it doesn't require a lot of light. So I don't need window space. It doesn't need to be watered very frequently. So that's also a big plus. And it is just very beautiful. I love how the foliage itself has like this pop of pink and kind of a pink red color to it. I've never been just primarily a foliage kind of person. That's just my preference. I prefer flowers due to the fact of the pop of color. And this is just so beautiful. So I really, really love that. If you don't have a lot of window space, if you have a small window but you've got a bright room, you can definitely add this to your collection. It just needs to be in a corner where the room is bright. Or it can get a little bit of light from the window, but not next to a window. So you could fill it with other plants next to the window, and this can just get some away from that. If you have any questions, suggestions, advice, anything to do with this plant, let me know down below. I love hearing from you guys all the time. Learning something new, I'm always open to something like that. So let me know down below. If you are interested in connecting with my other social media accounts, it's down in the description section. And of course, everything that I do use, I will be putting it down below as well in the description section. So if you're curious, you're interested, anything, and you want to see what I'm doing currently with this plant, it will be down below. And if you just want to talk about plants, this plant, let me know down below as well. I love chit-chatting with you guys about plants. I could talk about plants all day, so we could do that. If you haven't yet, I hope you're going to hit the like button. And of course, if you haven't as well, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. I really don't think there's anything else I can share with the plant so far. But again, I will try to, I don't know if I said it, I will try to update this in a year or so I have more knowledge and more information to share. I'm just trying to think of other things that maybe you guys can benefit from my mistakes. So aside from that, really, I don't think there's anything else. And I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. I love how now how I've incorporated a supplement in it. I feel like the amount of new leaves that keep popping up are more, and and it just won't stop. Like before I supplemented this plant, I might get like one new growth in a month. And as soon as I started to give it the supplement, I have how many growing now? I have one. I have a little tiny nub here. Two. 3. This is a new one. This is another new one. 4. This is a baby, as you can see. That's for me, 4 and 3 that's already opened. That's a big deal for, actually there's another one here. 4 that's already opened. Because actually when I first got this, like I said, all I got was really problems. I didn't have new growth. All I had was burning, tearing on the plants, yellowing. That's all I did. That's all I got. If you can see certain spots here that have been cut or like kind of broken, it's because they died. The leaves really died. So that's why I wanted to share this information, because I have actually accidentally, not on purpose, put this through the ringer, and I know what to do. And so if you are ever having experience with this plant and it's not doing so well, it's turning yellow, it's turning brown, it's burning, it's having holes, it's starting to have like water pockets on the leaves, now you know why. I experienced it and I figured out what was causing that, and so I hope that it can fix your problem. The great thing about this plant is as soon as you change what is wrong, it won't get any worse really quickly. But the bad thing about it is when you're doing something wrong, also, the effect is rather very quickly, so you can recall that day or the day before what you did that was different with the plant. It is very immediate. So you don't have to think of, oh, what did I do in the past week? No, it's that day or the previous day. And how to get it to perk up again is also as quick as how they also deteriorate. So I love that part of the plant. It was just really finicky to begin with, but as soon as I was able to fix the problems and diagnose it first and then fix the problems, obviously, then I was able to prevent my mistakes. And now all it does is just give me more and more leaves. Again, I don't have a lot of experience with this plant. Oh, I have another one right here growing and another one right here. So, and oh, there's going to be a lot of leaves growing up. So I'm hoping in the next time I show this to you guys, it will be fuller. I don't know a lot about this plant. So if you guys want to share more information aside from the ones I've already shared, on how big yours are, how wide yours are, anything that I haven't really mentioned yet, let me know down below. Again, I love hearing from you guys and I love learning new things every single time. So feel free to share that with me, I hope. If you want to talk about this plant, you have any suggestions, questions, advice. Again, if you are curious about anything that I'm using with this plant, the soil, the supplement, the fertilizers that I use, it is down below in the description section so that you guys can check it out and decide if you want to add that to your Chinese evergreen as well, or you want to think about it. That's cool too. It is your plant. It's up to you if you do want to fertilize and supplement it or not. It is up to you. So for me, there is a big difference if you fertilize or not. I have tested that side by side from different plants, especially before. My husband never really fertilized his plants, and we put the same plant side by side, and really there is a big difference. So do check that out. And again, if you want to connect with me in my other social media accounts, it is down below in the description section. Again, thanks guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.